我们每一位 sponsor 还有勇敢的站出来到这里，带着你的简历来求职的朋友，非常非常感谢大家上午好。那我先代表我们的组委会，要欢迎大家来到我们2025年 Evertrust Professional Career Development Forum 和 Job Fair。那我的中文名字叫韩笑。那我们今天呢，在多伦多大学士嘉堡校区呢，这也是一个非常非常棒的学术殿堂。那我们今天呢，我觉得不仅仅只是一场活动。等一会儿我们的主办方会给大家介绍一下我们的前世与今生啊。那不仅仅只是一场活动，我们更希望的是我们能够构建起这样的一个桥梁，连接我们所有优秀的人才，渴望找到你们合适岗位的 position 的人才，以及我们求贤若渴的所有的招聘单位。我们希望你们的梦想被照进现实，而我们所有人一起来努力。那么今天呢，我们的合作方呢是有超过18家。非常非常杰出的我们华社的机构。那我们的主办方呢是加州经贸文化交流协会 Canada China Economic Trade and Cultural Exchange Promotion Alliance。那我们的第二个主办方呢是加拿大中国高校校友联合会 CCAA， 还有呢加拿大中国专业人士协会 CPAC， 以及我们非常年轻有活力的协会是Legend Asian Canadian Entrepreneur Association 创业会。那么同时呢，协办我们的支持我们的这个机构就更多而且更强大，来自于各个不同的 industry。首先感谢我们的加州金融协会 CCFA， 还有呢我们的 IT 资深人士协会 Associated Chinese Senior IT Professional， 也要感谢我们的加州专业会计师协会 CCPAA Ontario， 还有加拿大华人项目管理协会我们的 CPMPAC， 还有加拿大华人汽车工程师协会、北美华人健康亚洲创新联盟、加拿大中国高校校友联合会的慈善基金会，以及多伦多大学中国校友联谊会、信息安全联盟、约克大学中国学生学者联谊会、多伦多都会大学中国学生学者联谊会、多伦多大学的华人校友会、多大士嘉堡校区的我们中国学生学者联谊会，以及我们 TPAC 加拿大天津专业人士协会。我觉得我们这场活动的成功举办，其实真的已经维持很长一段时间，不是今天我们希望有一个完美的 ending 啊，但是真的离不开所有人的鼎力支持。所以呢，我们等一会儿也会有时间好好的认识一下他们，感谢一下他们。那么接下来呢，我们活动的这个流程我要给大家介绍一下。那么今天上午从我们讲话致辞之后，就会有4个板块的一个论坛，大家都可以看到，有金融、有 engineer、有 IT、有 public sector， 基本上已经集中了大家找工作的主要赛道。那么在上午之后1点半之后1点钟基本上开始，到整个下午，我们的所有专家还有招聘单位将会散落在我们的这个空间里边，大家有1对1交流的时间机会。我们所有 on duty 有10几位，应该将近20位，而且还有我们很多的专业人士协会的各位专家老师，都牺牲他们周日下午的宝贵时间。所以我希望大家呢，如果你知道你现在身边的小伙伴，你家里的7大姑八大姨的孩子都还要找工作，竟然还没有听到我们有这么好的一个活动，赶紧等会儿趁着上厕所的机会溜到外面，给他们打电话，疯狂的打电话。发短信他们看不见，就疯狂的打电话告诉他们，我们这边有招聘的岗位。爱宝有没有岗位？有。Everstar 有没有岗位 ？Evertrust 有没有岗位 ？Jobster 有没有岗位 ？Sunlife 有多少岗位？100多，非常多的岗位。大家今天必须把这个消息传播出去，好不好？我们希望我们今天招聘单位都能找到他们心仪的你，我们希望你也真的能找到他们，好不好？我们明天，我们希望我们2026年就拿到你们的 paycheck， 好不好？希望，所以这个掌声送给他们，送给你们自己，好不好？好，那接下来呢，就是我们的这个安排。刚刚我们的座位图已经在我们的大屏幕上显示，6边形，每一个边都有 有你们的机会之所在，好不好？下午的时候，我们会按照区域，我们的专家会坐在那儿等着你。好的，下一页。那这个我们的整场活动的灵魂男人，就是我们的曾会长了，嘉宾经贸文化交流协会的执行会长，也是我们CNIW 的社区这个 Co-Chair Community Engage。
One thing, today we have one host which is UTSCC SSA, OK， UT Scarborough 的学生联谊会，他们是这次的主办单位之一，非常 amazing. Today we make things happen in such a nice environment. I'm so happy to see you all here. I would say, give yourself a big applause for your coming out on this such a nice weather and on the weekend time to this job fair. Okay, give yourself applause. My name is Chen Zheng, as he said, she just introduced. Professional Career Forum and job fair have been launched many years. As you can see here, from 2020, during the pandemic, as at the time I was VP of the CCA, we launched 6 series of the professional job fair career forum online. In 2022, we hold a 3 half-day, as you can see the poster here. Amazing speakers, amazing company coming out to help our young generations, especially very difficult at the time during pandemic. Lockdown, no opportunity, not be able to get an interview, but we help online and very successful. I'm really touched about so many companies coming out to help. On 2023, and you can see here, we get more bigger and guest speakers and big company coming to highlight our young generations. That's also amazing group in CPAC building. We have the whole day's event from keynote speakers to guest speakers to the company hiring, and lots of companies show a great initiative to help young generations. Okay, and we also launched the 4 sections of young professionals, which innovation as well as entrepreneurs. Very successful young talent to tell the story when they start a career to inspire our new generations. And 2024, we have a title sponsor from Green Cell, and you can see here, we are not only holding 1 day, we hold about 2.5 months through 13 sections of professional events on different professional associations. Each individual association contributes the success of 2024 Green Cell Professional Career Forum and Job Fair. And we launched this one in downtown Sheraton Hotel. Now, the big basement, okay, that's huge. 70 companies joined to showcase their support as well as the hiring the young generation, inspire the young generation on the entrepreneur. And now come to this year, we continue the good tradition of the past. We held 10 sections of our event, and this is just give you a snap list of the some event, starting from accounting, finance, okay, IT, AI, and also coming here for university, the exchange together with the job fair. So we are lucky to have so many amazing guest speakers, as well as our sponsors, our hosters, and supporting the co-organizers. Without your help, we will not make it today. And we're looking forward to working with you closely in the future to help our second generation, to help our young alumni, not only our own community, but this event we hold here, we promote to all the universities with the poster hanging on the wall. You probably can see in different campus. We are open to the public. Okay, so we would like to take this opportunity to gather the information as well as the knowledge from our expertise to help our young generation. So with that being said, today I take this opportunity. Thank you all of you coming out today. You will contribute your knowledge to our young teens, but also our young team eventually will become one of you, and we would like to have this talk carry forward hands. Okay, so with that said, I really appreciate all of you showed up today, and I hope you have a fruitful and enjoyable today. Thank you.
谢谢我们的周会长，为了这个事情不眠不休。他不管人身在何处，我一会儿给他打电话，他在慕尼黑；一会儿给他打电话，他在纽约；一会儿给他打电话，他在米歇尔，他在密歇根。但是他的心永远在这里，他永远在 work for this。所以我希望我们给一轮最热烈的掌声，给这个不睡觉的百灵。谢谢周会长。好，那接下来呢，我们会有请我们的co-organizer， 我们的 CCAA 的 president 赵长春的主席，给我们来做一个简短的致辞。谢谢。
Hello everyone, you're welcome here. I'm the president of Confederation of Chinese Alumni Association. 他就是上过大学，就是一个普通人的所有需求呢，我们都需要。所以说呢，找工作、职场提升，都是我们给我们的校友所做的重要的任务。我想我们在座的话呢，不是我们的校友，就是我们校友的子弟孩子，是吧？所以说呢，都是我们服务的范围。所以今天呢，我们很高兴能和几个团体在一起，能够为大家做服务。可以说，现在在场的所有的人，闻讯而来的人，未来的10年、20年，都是这个社会最重要的精英。我经常的去看那个地理大发现，1840年左右，1400年左右的地理大发现，我们会发现呢，那个技术上并没有特别大的难度，最重要的是，敢于在一个绝境里面敢于奋斗，只要有信心，做地理大发现。所以说呢，我们今天呢，这个社会我们可以实实在在说，工作不是太好找。这是为什么呢？这是一个好的事情，就说明呢，我们现在的信息发达，很多东西把它水分都挤出去了，我们互相都很清楚社会需要什么，所以我们大家要出来看一看社会需要什么。今天我们就来对了，我们要继续沟通。我们这么多的讲员哈，大家可以看到，都是给我们很多的信息，大家要走出来。好，谢谢。
谢谢。刚才讲到地理大发现的时候，我心头一惊，我想完了，很难控制他的发言时间。非常感谢，简短而有力，而且还有深度。好，那接下来欢迎我们的 CPAC 的 President 以及 Program Director of the CNW Foundation, Ms. Helen Chao on stage to share a few words with us.
好吧，这样比较方便一点。我是曹毅，也是加拿大中国专业协会的会长。那作为这个中国专业协会呢，我们成立了已经33年了。我们立志于为这个大陆来的或者是其他地方来的华人在专业、在职业的发展上呢，提供最好的帮助。那这个专业协会呢，目前呢有几个比较好的培训项目我们的 booth 呢就在这个背景墙的后边大家如果有需要找到这个信息的时候呢，去找丹西，他就坐在那里边。另外一个呢，想跟大家 share 一个非常重要的信息呢，就是这个加拿大中国专业协会呢，不仅仅是致力于帮助大家能够在职场上找到心仪的工作，另外一个呢，就是这个我们呢还致力于帮助大家能够在职场上，在升迁的过程中，为大家这个添一块碗添一块砖我们有这个领导才能培训，还有其他的能够辅助您在职业上能够有更好的进取的这么一些 program 一些项目。所以希望大家呢能够找到 Nancy 来看看我们现在的这个program。那刚才韩校也介绍了，我是北美华人健康的项目总监，也是他的基金会的项目总监。所以既然是这个2个 head， 那我就把这个北美华人健康 CIW 呢也跟大家说一下。CIW 呢是一个做公共卫生方面 宣传和这个致力于这个疾病的预防的这么一个非营利组织和慈善组织。那我们呢会提供很多跟 public health 跟这个医疗方面有关的职位和培训。如果大家有兴趣，你来找我。好，谢谢大家，非常高兴能够看到这么多这个年轻的朋友和这个这么多的这个兄弟协会过来一起来参加这一次的盛会，希望大家都能有所得。谢谢。
谢谢我们的曹老师。那不管你是对大健康、医疗卫生行业感兴趣，我们从高中生一直到我们的 graduate student 到后面的科研单位，还有你们的这个 placement， 我们都会有一些相应的一个帮助。那么 CPAC 不用说，服务社区超过30年，所以不管你是找 Nancy 还是下午我们的曹英老师 Helen 也会在现场，给大家做 expert on spot。所以呢，大家有什么样的问题可以直接去请教。那接下来呢，我们要请出的是年轻一代呢，从去年我们的 Green Pass， 我们的not Green Pass， 我们去年的 Green Up 的这样的一个招聘会，到今年我们是第2届和我们 Michael 合作了，所以呢，非常感谢 Michael。那他也是本身的人脉之王，手上握有很多雇主的信息，所以大家也请记住这张脸，让我们来听一听。
对，人脉之王不敢当，但是如果说大家需要什么样的帮助，都可以随时找到我。对，那大家好，我是创业会的 founder Michael。那这一次也是非常荣幸能够联合各大协会一起来办此次的招飞友活动。今天来了这么多人，相信大家只有一个目标，那就是拿 offer， 还是拿 offer。对。我觉得就是说，说实话，现在的年轻人不是没有能力，只是说在这样的一个经济下行的环境里，大家找工作的确是非常的困难，而且大家也缺一个展现自己能力的一个地方。那这一次我们联络了这个几十家的企业，希望能够在这样一个困难的时期，能够帮到大家，给大家带来一些小小的帮助，然后也能唤起整个华人社区都能够起来帮助到这些年轻人。那今天我也是代表智云家族办公室来到招聘会。如果大家对做 financial advisor 感兴趣，对服务高净值的家庭客户的财务规划感兴趣，对成为一个顶尖的销售感兴趣，大家也都可以来联系我。最后预祝此次的招 fair 成功举办，然后也祝大家能够不虚满，能够收获满满，不虚此行，找到自己心仪的工作。谢谢大家。
谢谢。
非常荣幸能成为非常荣幸能成为这次活动的主办方之一，但同时呢，我们也是这次活动最大的受益者。那我再做一个自我介绍，就是我叫周以琳伊米，然后我也是UTIC 这个 campus 的CISA 就是中国学生学者联谊会的主席。那我想借这个机会呢，代表所有的学生以及多伦多地区的学联，再次向各位前辈表达我们的感谢。如果没有这么多优秀的前辈愿意给我们这样的机会和平台，传述你们的经验，传述你们的经历，甚至说给我们准备这么大的一个招 fair， 现在的学生们还真的是难。然后我们校区呢，也是一个这个 co-op 专业非常有名的校区，所以呢，就是再次替我们的学生们感谢今天各位前辈，然后以及大家带来的岗位，然后也很高兴，这是我们第2次在这个场馆里面办活动。这栋楼非常的新，然后这栋楼也是目前学校最难预约的一个教室。然后就像这个教室和这栋楼一样，它代表的是创新，代表的是新一代，代表的是未来。所以呢，希望今天到场的学生们准备好简历，然后准备好自我介绍，然后希望大家可以找到合适的岗位，然后希望大家在这个活动里面能有所收获。
The Vice President of Capital Markets at Evertrust Capital. First, I want to say it's my pleasure to be here as the title sponsor of today's event. And I want to thank the organizer and UTSC for making this happen, bringing together job seekers, students, recent graduates with employers from across the industry. Events like this is very valuable. It gives you a chance to make connections, learn about the skills that employers are looking for, and the opportunities that are shaping the future of workforce. At Evertrust, we believe in stability, transparency, and shared success. And like all the employers here today, We're always motivated to meet new individuals that are ready to learn and ready to take on new challenges. And I have just one simple advice for everyone here today. Be curious, ask questions, and take the chance to introduce yourself. The connections you make today can open up doors you didn't expect yesterday. Lastly, I wanted to thank the organizer once again for making this happen, and I wish everyone a productive and inspiring day ahead. Thank you.
好的，那 the first question we start from the many young professional, Shane. So you have built a very successful career in the wealth financial planning as well. So many of the young people are actually very interested in the wealth management, but they don't know where we can start. It is very realistic first step, how to get in this industry.
Thank you, Maggie. It's a great pleasure kicking off the panel discussion. My name is Shiri. I'm currently with I'm currently working as a regional manager for wealth management and financial planning. Prior to this role, I was a branch manager for 4 years, so definitely have lots to share when it comes to how we can build a successful career and hopefully have years and months to need what from you to this direct. So definitely I would say first and foremost, the first step is actually self-discovery. Just knowing what you're really great at. Because when you look at wealth management, it's not just about numbers, it's actually about people. So when it comes to working without brains, you know what happens, not just growing the investment, but also in the risk management piece. Because it's the two sides of the coin. Practically, sometimes we are actually the blind code for our clients. So I would say first and foremost, I know if that's something that you're really passionate about and you wanted to make a career and make a client come into it. And if you go like, hey, this is actually me, and for definitely welcome you start doing the foundation course according to service, or a finance degree or business degree definitely helps. And you can also look at couple of certificates. For example, the entry level certificate for all industries, specifically or wealth management usually is CSC. Canadian Security Course. So you can get that one booster. And it's like real estate energy positions could be person banking associate, financial service representative, or even the customer service estimative access, all that type of.
Thank you so much. Very practical advice, and that probably is a really good start for our next question. Emily, so I know that you are a CCF president, but besides that, you are also a very senior TD private investment advisor, and you know how the client relationship matters. And so my question is for you is, so you know the technology knowledge is very important, especially right now, everyone talking about AI. But in your role, the trust building is almost everything, right? So what is the top behavior or communication skills, especially for our young Canadian Chinese background, young students, how they can prepare or practice to eventually manage the job like you do?
Thank you. Thank you. By having so many years experience with this client-facing role, I would say trust building is the number one thing. That's the core which differentiates you against AI now. We know that the AI technology probably it can generate the research report in a minute. But client doesn't really come to you for those kind of data. They come to visit you for some important moment in their lifetime, involve money. And they came for retirement. They asked for some suggestion why did us family transition. They also came to a really critical decision involves money, and especially when there's some market volatility and there's a lot of uncertainty. So you need, it is a human business. So trust building, come back to the question, is not by overnight. It's just a long time commitment. You need some kind of like skills. Probably listen is the number one. You have to like let a client talk more than you talk. If during a client meeting, the client only talk 15 minutes, but you cover 45 minutes, which I think you might not get enough clients through the conversation. And the second tactics probably is the plain language. So when you try to explain the professional terms to the client, you need to practice. Like you talk to your family member. Like I used to practice the product knowledge to tea ladies, or maybe my mother-in-law. So make sure they understand what I was saying. And the last thing probably I would say, be patient, and it is like human business. The trust is not building overnight, as I mentioned again. You have to like be empathy to their status. You're not really selling the product. You are trying to solve problem that provides solution for their needs.
So as a hiring manager for many years, if I'm looking at the some of the juniors embrace, the number of what is like application is actually the typical and capacity environment global summit. What that means is we all know that finance industry is a fast-moving industry. You have to regards to regulations and new technologies, all this kind. I think for people also keep learning themselves and also open to that to grow themselves. Usually you're gonna see a more sustainable career, and it doesn't actually matter which you like speaker at. If you lost that capability that world, because I was seeing advisors later in their career lose that curiosity for their career. They start learning, do I do this? There's a longer holding condition to this. And reality is they struggle a lot. And they will sometimes limit on the word matters. So that's become actually this thing happening. So I also doesn't matter whichever industry or whatever career path I am pursuing, the passion to learn and grow yourself never analyzed. Okay. The second core thing I will look at is definitely strong communication skills, because to be honest, with a lot of kingdoms, subs, call signs that need to communicate, it doesn't matter if you are communicating with your colleagues or you're communicating with clients. Your capability to communicate your ideas professionally and with quality will be a big differentiator when you're talking to your audience. So that's all I know that we have a lot of us probably people with trilingual skills here today, and I was thinking your first language is not English. That's very expensive. I need to work on how it are words, because that will help you to go in career path. Let's just don't be shy. Don't be afraid of assuming happening meetings. It takes me a while to get used to it, but we do have to speak up and try not to translate in a way. I know a lot of people are doing that. That actually is not pretty likely to use articulating yourself. So, I'm saying the third goal is looking at healthy persistence. A lot of you know that succeeding our level is not just to do the smartest in the room, but they are definitely someone who can make stay focused. Lots of distractions these days, the main word, or even when you go home, you're not told your friends, family, details zero. So how to stay focused, carrying yourself throughout the career path, but that's another foundation.
So what do you feel today's financial graduates like them are most underprepared for?
Well, first I think most graduates that I see today, they're very strong academically, much stronger than I was in school, I would say. And that's a good thing that however we see the lack in product experience always when they come into learnings, it's very long things that what I said skill and know theoretically. However, they never really invest in themselves, they never really manage assets, just know things from testable. And that comes in this because when you give us people to clients, you're helping to pull back this powers and even this of assets, but you never really done it yourself, that becomes a issue in client's card. So we really recommend that when no things are pursuing the current house in asset management in fields, sort of required to try to get some hands-on experience, even just by starting to invest yourself. To get yourself into this field by experiencing the investments or helping your friends and the investment. So you have to have one to be okay, sure it. When we do interviews with just down to their service, so the things that are these years when they come in, they start to talk about the old investors. They then talk about the products and services we offer and what they see, what they think about products from the perspective of client or investors. Because that really shows that they care and they're passionate about these things. I really trust that this individual will have the same sort of conversation with clients down the road. So that's similarly this suggests that the interaction with IK doing what that's about.
Sectors, and also you have shouldered a recruitment consultant, so that gives you maybe a little bit unique hiring insight. So you work closely in the recruitment part. So what are the most common resume mistakes that you see from all the students or the newcomers? They are applying for some level or for other financial positions.
Okay, so the thing is, by the way, my title is for advisor recruitment consultant. So I have advisor in myself. Okay, so I have been in Summit for 30 years, and first 10 years I was an advisor, and after that become manager. Now become national recruitment consultant. So what I see every day, actually, I did an interview every day across Canada, and I see a common problem is most of people, they don't do their homework. Especially, sometimes I will check how many resumes stay out already. They almost told me companies, they need to be able to know how many. But the problem is they use a common resume. So if they want to send to me, and for example, Sunlight, they didn't even know what Sunlight is. By the way, it's not their fault because the industry changes too much. So, for example, people think Sunlight is insurance company. Actually, it's not. We can say we are AI company because we have a machine learning department and that's a PhD people. And when I see the industry out here, and they tell me, maybe Sunlight is only doing your own company insurance. I say, no, except money laundering, we can't do everything now. So everything is from insurance to investment, from family office to estate planning. So that's what happened. So most of people, they don't do their homework. So they say, they even ask me, so that's Sunlight. Sorry, screw you. So that means it's hard for you to find a job. So be prepared and make sure your resume is customized. And one other thing for newcomer, I see most of newcomers come from very strong background, PhD, master degree, and very shiny background. But be humble, because everybody comes here, they start from the very humble beginning. No one is different. And for students, I have one comment: don't get your parents involved. The reason is most of the parents see their kids are so good, and actually, which is true. When I see those things, I have been in a business case competition judge for so many years. I see people are around 20 years old, so good and much better than me. But you still need to be humble, and you need to know, you need to be more flexible, because this day, if you cannot find a job, it's not your problem. It's the whole economy is not in a good shape. So if you are humble enough, you get in and get out. That means for some we are so big. If you know what's the entry level or how to get into the field, eventually you want to become business analyst. You want to become VP. It's easy. I see so many people here, their title is so high, but they start from a very humble beginning. Don't think about you will become manager for first day you join the career. So humble can help you, but you need to be confident. Because we see our ethnic group, they are more confident than Chinese people. So be confident, be humble. You can find your job, and your resume need to be precise. Thank you.
So what's the difference? What differentiate them that who can get the hire from someone that who doesn't, especially beyond the GPA part?
I will try to explain this more in detail in mentoring, but first for, as I said, what Xueying, all of the other panelists said, in terms of communications, these general skills are very, very important. But my experience is that when I interview different college students with really low minimal experiences, my first impression to this good candidate, which I really want to hire, are this transparent. Like, I can tell whether you have certain experiences or not. Some people don't have it, but when they were asked to present certain ideas during the interview, they would exaggerate topics, right? So for instance, I would ask, do you have certain experience in tax planning? And how do you cope with a very difficult transactions or tough situations with tough clients? When I ask the question, I don't anticipate any answers, like as a co-op students, right? But if people try to make up a story, I don't like it. So be yourself, be fully prepared, and you know what you're coming. Like if you are interviewing an accounting firm, you need to know the positions, right? So I'm a tax senior manager in KPMG. I've been doing this for like 17, 18 years. So come to me when you're interviewing under me, search on LinkedIn with me, like what's different experience I have, and what's the job positions in terms of which specific industry is, do I have interest? I can tell 5 minutes of conversation with you, do you really need a job? I can tell. If you lie, I can tell it's lying. So be transparent, do your homework, understand what you need. You can't just say, oh, I need it because I need a job. No, that doesn't fit. You need to know what you need, what you want, and what you like. If you don't like the position, you can try, but you won't get it. It doesn't really matter how prepared you are. So be transparent to yourself and be well prepared. So that's just one of the tips I would share with all of you. Next, I will try to address the Mandarin, okay?
什么样是你最想要优先推荐给大家，在2025年求职新的我们的毕业生们最重要的一个技能？
如果我用中文回答，如果是我的话，我在想现在的这样的一个环境，可能我不是去想考什么证，因为我觉得考完证最快的可能3个月6个月的时间，可能世界又变了。因为一直保持变化就是现在的一个主题，所以我可能就是现在 available 这些 resource 太多了，我可能让自己先沉浸在一个 financial service 的这个 industry 里面，包括每天可能会去看一下那些财经的新闻，什么发生，然后有太多的评论和 study， 我可以通过就是 available 的这些 channels 我可以学到，保持就是在这个业界这个状况，可能这是我的一个做法。
谢谢 Emily。那麦克风传给 Alan， 就是你选择是讲 another skills 呢，还是一个 outdated advice that you overheard from other candidates？
让我就今天回答吧。
好的。
我就说一个就是比较 outdated 的一个 advice， 很多会觉得就是面试来要做点准备，要想说什么，要把它跟是方法性的信息背下来，有点成立的，就对我来说是没有那个价值。因为我们更多的是希望看到求职者那种态度。你进来哪怕你不懂很多，你知识不是很多，但是你能让我看得出来你是这个动力去学习，并且对这个行业是有特质的，我就对你这个就是一个兴趣，这个兴趣非常来大。很多时候我们是其实没有懂怎么去销售自己，因为一直觉得自己读什么书啊，怎么这么重视， 但其实我你要当自己这个产品呢，去在不同的人去销售，把这个亮点放出来，就不要觉得有些经验那些是没有价值的。比如说像刚才提到过了那个哈尼斯高到同志炒股，其实这也是一个非常有价值的一个重点，因为就给市场你是对这方面真的有兴趣，不是找一份功课而已。同时你要想到一些可以增值的一些或者比如说我说一个 second language 或者说来个语言饭，也不要低估这些新来在会员里，这些都是能够为他带来的价值给东西。所以把大胆去销售自己，把这所亮点放出来，这是我觉得更重要的事情。
两个可以并在一起啊。那我也用中文好了，就是我从来没有做过 HR 或招聘的这种型的专职的工作，直到从今年3月开始，然后我才知道 HR 真是累死人的工作啊！我每天要看的 resume 简直是太多，所以以我的现在理解，就是很多工作它会用 keyword， 然后会用 AI 去筛这个 resume， 所以你们 resume 为什么石沉大海？因为 AI 不喜欢你嘛，那没办法，所以有时候我们 resume 需要一些专家帮你们 take care 一下。但是我觉得更重要的是，你们在平日的生活里面，比如说这个event，我就看到多大的学生在这里。我们在招聘的时候啊，其实以各公司来讲，并不喜欢招聘年轻人，很不幸的啊，因为年轻人经验不足，而且10个有9个会做不下去。那因为流动率大，可是呢，我们愿意给这个机会的原因是，因为我也年轻过嘛，所以人家给我机会，我为什么不给你们机会啊？那但是就有一个很重要的事情，就是你的 resume 不是只有 GPA 多高、多会念书，我们要的是你多会玩。因为在正常的事业里面，如果你要做个 leader 的时候，你必须要非常的灵活。所以呢，我们大部分会招什么样的人？招学生会的会长啊，所以那边有会长，对不对？那我们有很多会长，中间去了到多伦多、甚至到 Vancouver， 这种学生会长或者核心干部的话，都是我们他的对象，因为你很独立，你非常 proactive。所以呢，建议所有的同学们哈，要会读书，也要会玩。Newcomer 也一样，如果是 Newcomer 的话，你要开始参与一些义工。我发现有些人，比如说从特兰或其他地方来，他 landing 第一天他就去做 volunteer， 那他就进到这个社区里面，所以他非常的 active 的时候，这种人绝对是闪光点。那好过那个一直躲在家里传 resume 啊，传了1000封啊，没人理的这样的信息。所以这是我中肯建议。
选择的是新技能。我觉得拓宽你的交际圈特别重要 ，relationship building。其实 time back to 刚刚那个 ，Thank you。Danny 对前面3位的，我觉得你需要做volunteer 也可以。relationship building 其实不在于你做 specific 事情，而是说你 always 就是你的触角是很广的。即使你今天在超市碰到一个人，可能你认识他，知道他是另外一个公司的，或者是你在朋友的聚餐上认识另外一个人，你的雷达是总是开着的，就为了你自己，你需要去拓宽你的社交圈。我自己的经验是这样的，我从10年前来加拿大呢，除了已有的朋友牛奶圈子吧，我其实自己不太认识很多人，所以我的雷达经常是开着，不管是在公司的社交场合，还是在 volunteer，我做过很多 presentation， 都是对义务的。原因就是在于我想认识，通过有意义的场合去认识人，而不是仅此的发简历啊，或者是LinkedIn上随便加一个人，这是没有任何意义的社交。所以永远打开你的这个社交的这个意识，建立你自己的relationship， 你的 network 很重要。你的 network 可以是一开始是广撒网，你所有的人大家你都get connected， 但是你 practice 的好多年以后，其实你可以自动缩小和精简你的这个 network 圈子，让它变得更 support 你的不管是 mentally 的，或者是家庭，或者是工作，就来 support 你这个人本身。所以我觉得这方面技能是非常重要的。
谢谢 Lilian。那买房进的2025年的毕业生，给他们一个有利的建议呢，还是有一个避坑的建议？
I'm gonna speak in Mandarin first, but I didn't notice that we have some very Chinese participants today, so I'm gonna recap in English. So OK， 非常棒的 conversation 各位 panelists 我来坐在这里是会受到一些鼓舞那么我的话，我可能会还是会强调在，如果说我今天毕业，我现在要去找工作的话。怎么说呢？我也不会等到我毕业的时候再去 prioritize 这个 skill。这个 skill 我觉得你们从现在开始就应该是 prioritize 看在放一把就没股票可能没想这一块。因为说其他，其实我也是作为 hiring manager 很长的时间，我见过很多 candidates 有时候我在一些Chinese neighborhood 我也会需要 prioritize Chinese candidate， 可是呢，比如说我看到的多可能就是都提了 communication 上面的一些问题。就是这些 candidate 如果我给他放在跟华人打交道的话，其实没有任何问题。但是如果去 handle 一些其他高级的客人，讲同样的得不到而已 concern， 那这种情况下可能就会削弱我作为一些 post candidates 的 competition 的能力。那我会建议大家 take any single opportunity you can practice the communication skills， 不管是你平时刷抖音抖音可能要付我一个赞助费了吧？不管是你平时刷抖音，可以做一个 request 好吧？就你说我看完这个背，我怎么去 recap？ 我看这个可能怎么去会怎么 respond？ 因为我说这一段话呢，是 one good practice。然后回归到我们很多 panel 提的 panel 的我两个问题到的 acting 就是 go out， 你的 contribution。你在这文化里面，多多少少都是要 bring in 没有办法，不然的话，哪怕说你能够 get 你的 career 你的天花板可能也不是会特别高。但是如果你能够在 communication 上也非常来听懂你的 story， 到你的天花板会actually the best use of the others。So which I just talked about a take on prioritizing skill communication skills. It doesn't matter if you are still in school or you're graduating, you'll take my room. It doesn't really matter. But a while talk to people. Like big conversation has intelligent partnership and communication skills. How do you articulate yourself? It's critical. I want to emphasize again. It is critical to a career. Right? If you were shy, you're holding back yourself, you're working hard. I was like that for a bit and I'm kind of carried. I hope my boss mentors any big somewhat importance. My school career is amazing, but I'm not always the one that's getting all of it because I found this development a bit more encouragement when it comes to really kind of so definitely take out long term the study build on volunteering or you talk to your peers in university or if you connect with networking is one of the fastest what can you do just practice keep practice it's very confident so I think that's manageable a lot of different goals for you and I to close out and once again thank you very much for having us and we hope our sharing today can help you to get yourself ready for a little bit longer. So I think that's any additional questions with resolution.
Thank you so much. We are transitioning from our financial discussions to a very exciting topic, one of my personally favorite topic, that is engineering, technology, innovation panel. And we have heard a lot interesting discussion from the financial sector, and I have to say that technology and engineering sector might have a slightly different situation, and we will be excited to listen from our leading technology engineering sector experts to find out what's happening in this field. I gave a brief introduction of everybody's background already, and we're in an engineering and technology innovation panel. But we wanted to hear from our panelists directly about your career journey, and we know your title, but we wanted to know where you. Thank you very much. We want also to know where you came from to get where you are right now, and what motivated you to enter your field or to be
in the position that you're in. Okay, so we will just go around passing the microphone to you.
Yeah, I can start. So yeah, I actually worked in oil industry in Alberta before I came here, and part of the oil industry. So it's a big jump. So the reason I came here is mainly the oil industry in Alberta. When I graduated in 2015, was not in a good situation. So I was opening for new opportunities, right? So I looked around, and fortunately, GM is basically hiring many engineering positions. So that's why I came here. And my motivation is also try something new. So vehicles, I think everyone will drive a vehicle at some point of time in your life, right? So it is something you can touch, and when you see your work just on the vehicle, you feel self-fulfillment, and you also can tell your family, this is something I contributed to, and your kids, if you have kids, will feel proud of you, okay? So that's also my motivation. I want to work on something, you can touch and you feel proud of.
Thank you. I guess engineering is an industry where we're moving around, and what motivates you to stay where you are right now?
Yeah, so I study signaling in the communication engineering in my university. After graduation, I'm looking for like looking around and then seeing bricks opening like airline or airport signs. They're working on the landing system. So I worked there and then realize this is not fun. Like it's about something.
That's so fun to me.
Yeah, that's why I was into that industry. But then after I studied, after I worked there about 1 or 2 years, I feel like this is not changing. It's like there is too much safety being exported there. It's always using a very proven, very field-proven technology, which means that if the technology cannot do it, so it will take no chance at all for almost 10 decades or 10 years. But then look around and say, I want to change. But I still like transportation. Fields. So then I moved to the railway signaling. We building the control system for traveling, for control of the subway and metro systems. I worked back in China and I built almost the busiest subway there in Guangzhou City. Everyone coming from Guangzhou, the Line 3. It's not very good, but it's busy, very, very busy. It's crowded, so lots of passengers, a million passengers a day. And then that's where I feel satisfying. I feel this is something I want to work, and I help the deployment of all signaling to the vehicle and also to the railway tunnels. But then after came to Canada, I worked still in the same domain, but I was system design side because I I want to move for more not only hands-on, but I would also back-end or designing system instead of a deployment. Then I feel okay, but still I want something new. And I transition to automobile domain for cars. The same from airline to railway, and then to announce cars. Cars is much it's changing every time, products every year, several models rolling out, all technology discovery. It's very interesting field.
So I already have noticed one major difference between engineering and technology with finance. Because in engineering, it looks like you can move around a lot from different industry, from different companies and different sectors to the others. Sounds very exciting.
Many companies on the field. Even for each domain, there are lots of companies working on different technology, with different products.
Thank you. And Tracy, what about you?
Believe it or not, all my life is crazy. However, my major is in the technology. I started as a programmer, and that's quite a long time ago. Now this is my age, but it's quite a long time ago. I was a programmer, and then I moved to business system analysis. As a programmer, I want to understand how things work. What's the basic foundation we need to build up? And then move towards the business system analysis, and then move to project management. I understand how team work together, not only me, how team work together, how I can build up my team leadership. That is where I learned. Not only me, I need to work with the team. And then further, I moved to product management.
where I learned how you can turn your idea, your innovation idea to reality. So how you build, start from beginning and to end. And I learned actually whatever you build must be valuable to people, to society, then you can sell. So that is most important, not only what you do and what valuable things you can contribute. That is what my journey of my career life. So I just stay here and then probably it's a long break.
Thank you. I think the purpose of having this question is to show everybody that technology probably is a foundation for many industries, and you can see the variety of jobs and industries our panelists are in to show you how many options are out there for those who major in technology or engineering. So Oscar, robotics, very exciting and trendy. As we speak, my 2 children are actually in Texas in a robotics competition right now. So robotics sounds really exciting to me. And how did you end up being in this industry?
I have to tell a different story here. Actually, on the road to here, I was talking to my kids. They're here today, so I like to invite them to this event. So basically, I told them that for your life, you have 2 choices. What do you want to be? The first one, listen to your parents. They tell you.
Agree, totally.
The second one, find your passion at an early stage and get into this. I'm the first one. When I was a kid, actually I wanted to be a doctor because I always got sick. I want to figure out what's going on with human body. Why I always got sick? How can I get better? Unfortunately, I got another doctor. I'm a PhD doctor, philosophy of doctor, not a medical doctor. So what I did is actually I followed my father's path. So he's an engineer in aerospace. So I basically go to mechanical engineering and then mechatronics. The funny thing is I got an aerospace engineer from TMU, but I have no idea about aerospace stuff. But I like playing personally. So all I did is basically I follow the path. I basically try to find passion in my path. And I got into this, right? So that's the end of today is I'm working on robotics, innovations, and personally I'm basically a volunteer coach for youth robotics games. It's pretty interesting, but that's my journey actually.
Thank you, Oscar. They are doing that we are sweet, so you know about it. I wish I brought them here as well. So thank you very much, panelists.
I would say when we interview students, actually from the previous panels, we hear a lot of common feedbacks or suggestions to all the students. When we look for students, right, because every year we hear a co-op from U of T, U of W. So when we look at the resume, everybody has a high score for a lot of people who apply for the position. Everybody has a similar backgrounds because they go to a similar course, they take a similar project. And then we can tell right away it's a course project or it's some real experience from outside from the real company, right? So we always look for the 3 students for my what we call labs, innovation labs. We are R&D basically groups of people. We have half of us is PhD students from electrical engineering, computer science, and then the other half about 10 to 20 people, they're all software developers. So what we're looking for is your capability of learning. Someone already mentioned that, right? So that will be shown in your GPA, in your previous experience. The secondly is basically your attitude. So the second one, unfortunately, you have to figure out from an in-person interview. It's online, it's okay, but usually that's what we're looking for.
Let me just summarize what I think if I'm student. What is the most important? I would say tools or techniques is most important for me, and probably it's a little bit different what other people say. And you have to build your foundation, sure. Because tools, technology change constantly. Today we live in AI. AI can replace everything you can do, make much better than you can do. So what I really think 3 skills, very important. Your thinking, critical thinking. How you can to criticize something, to pick up something. What would you need? Make you thinking deeper. hard. And second one is your ability to solve the problem. Maybe something, it's not necessarily some very sophisticated, some problem you can, and that's just simple. You can, I would like to see how you reasoning, how you solve. Just very simple, how you different with others. That show your unique and your critical thinking as well. But yeah, I still agree with the last one, but not this one is communication. How you present complex things, use a simple word. Maybe 10 sentences, or just 1 sentence, 2 sentences you can explain clearly to the people who is not in your major. So if you have all those skills, employer can potentially see your reasoning, your ability to solve the problem, and you can clearly express yourself, tell story. I think this one probably everyone wants you because they know you have this potential, you can do everything. That's my opinion. So thank you.
The list just keeps mentioning.
Yes, this good thing about like individually is very important. As like when you work in the company, it's not okay and not you have to okay with the team. And what is not about like presenting to like to some people not technical part, even like a very technical part. You have to convince the other people to coordinate to use to work with you, to support your idea, and then to solve the problem. It's very important that you have very clear and clearly. And another point of mentioning is what emphasizes that like it's fast learning. So today technology integration is very fast, and you today, like for example, you work on this project today. Maybe next week you will assign a completely different project in a different domain. Even like in my companies, you have all different same company, but all different technology can happen at the same time. So then your speed to adopt the new technology in new domain is very important. How fast you can learn, pick up the things, and then actually work on and solve problems that have still getting frameworks.
Thank you. And I remember you mentioned many times for the rest of the day because it is the reality, right? So for tech sector, AI probably is even more sensitive topic. And I wanted to ask our panelists that are you optimistic about AI's impact in this industry, in this sector, or are you pessimistic about it? And we heard many stories of different positions, different industries, maybe impacted by AI in different ways to different extent. And in your view, how tech industry compare with other industry? And for those future job seekers sitting in a room, what advice do you have that they should prepare themselves for this new age, new era?
Yes, this is a really good question, and I will answer from my personal experience and observation. So AI was not so hot only like 2 or 3 years ago, right? It became a hit in the recent 2 years. So big companies adopt AI tools very quickly and aggressively. So you must learn the AI tools, the latest AI tools, the models to stay relevant. The company has urgency to keep competitive in the industry, right? So employees definitely need to learn all these new AI tools. And personally, I'm optimistic of AI in the industry. So I'm in the autonomous driving domain, right? This is the largest deployment of physical AI. I call it physical AI because the model is running on every single vehicle. Okay, it's not on the cloud. So it's a physical AI which can move people from point to point autonomously. So I'm pretty excited about the technology. With AIs, I would say in our day-to-day work, it will help our developers to improve efficiencies. I think I just mentioned from coding to review to design, right? It is automated, so it is much more efficient than I would say a couple years ago. I also think the technical foundation is important. As a developer, you must know the fundamental techniques, the coding best practices, because this area is not mature. AI can help you think and help you code, but there are lots of issues. If you dig deep into the code generated by AI, you will find a lot of issues, not good for safety critical domain, right? So I would say open for new technology, right? New tools in the AI domain, but also use your own judgment. Is it time to use a tool to generate code, or you need to modify it? So that's mine.
I'm also optimistic about the AI in this field. To improve production efficiency, to improve even our iteration of code our products. But also I'm not very specific about for the jobs, honestly.
So it is a reality.
In reality, yeah, it's clear that this is happening now. Like it's not because of the AI and because of the AI help and improve the efficiency. Now to make some of the jobs probably being replaced by AI. Then now as job seeker, you have to look for which part you're better. Right? And also like you just mentioned, the AI is not mature enough at all. You have to train. You have to be a trainer. Even like Pokemon, like you get a trainer, right? Pokemon is doing a job, but you are the trainer there. So CSM with AI is powerful. You have to be good guide and good instructor for the AI to work. And then the work for the domain and solve problem.
So in other words, whether AI will be your friend or your enemy depends on you. Which side you want to take? Thank you. Tracy?
Yeah, your payments, digital payments, AI is certainly impact. And let me first start with AI certainly help from payment because most we concern when you have payment, probably most concerned is it safe? Is it faster? Is it convenient? AI certainly can help all of those. So let me start with the safe. And then we already started use AI to do the fraud detection, prevention. Actually, it's more efficient when you prevent before they happen. So we already use AI technology. We already use the machine learning and that to predict what is the potential fraud could happen. So before I enter the payment. So this is my currently we are working on this stuff. And then also we are using how we can make it faster, right? And then we renovated. Used to be international payment like 2 days. Right now we only limit less than 30 minutes. We even want to be further, and then a few minutes, a second. The most concerns again fraud, AML, all involved in this whole process flow. AI certainly we are leveraging AI technology, of course. We also have to understand AI potentially have negative impact as well. Because AI could be a good guy and can be an evil guy. So we have to think about how you can leverage AI to implement and make sure your transaction, your system sound and solid, safe. I think most people want to understand that we are working on that. So this is from this perspective. On the other hand, actually, I'm a little advertisement here. We also use AI, our CTNT. Developed use AI-driven job ACE, and they use AI already very quickly help you landing a job. That means you have to pass the interview, and then they give you all the AI-driven, and then predict what kind of questions you will get, and then so. I guess actually AI already embedded everywhere in our life, regardless of your business and also our daily life. So we should just embrace them. Of course, we have to also understand what could potentially danger also bring to us, how we prevent. So this is a challenge to probably all of us. I'm going to just leave here and pass by.
Dealing with AI, and how are you forecasting the future? In your area, AI might bring benefits or dangers or threats?
Okay, first answer your question. our department do hire fresh graduate students. We actually welcome new graduate students because in R&D departments, we're the people who create new ideas, who find out innovative stuff. We need those fresh gens. We need those people telling us, hey, how about we try it a different way? Hey, how about we see this thing from the kitchen angle? So that's why we do hire new grad, most of the time from basically sometimes students did a co-op with us and we like them and then they will stay with us. So about the AI, yes, I like AI. Personally, I use AI. Personally, I have subscription to a lot of different AI platforms because that's my role. I need to figure out how AI works in AI columns. In my company, absolutely, most people know we're a printer company, but we do have different area of robotics. We do have even microchips, even projectors, other factors, right? So we're always looking for things that can help us. So in my company, we're looking for ways how AI can help on daily operation and also on innovation. And in my team, actually, we tell people you can use AI as long as you verify and then you come back to you. Like years ago, when Google, when search engine become a popular thing, that changed one thing is when we ask people, one thing as a manager or senior people you don't like to hear is, what it is? And then he answers, I don't know. So usually my answer is, okay, go Google it, okay, we'll try and find out the answer. Same as AI today. If I ask somebody, can you tell me what it is? Don't tell me you don't know. You can go Google it. You can ask ChatGPT. You can ask AI to tell you how to do it. It might be correct. You can come back with me an answer and we can discuss. But for new people, for all the youth, like young generation, I think it's an opportunity. It's a chance for them. Because now you got a free assistant. You somehow become a senior because someone is doing it now to you. So you can go to AI and say, I don't know about this. Can you tell me how to do this? Now you become a senior boss, right? So I think that's an opportunity for the new generation.
Thank you very much.
Lowy K Solution at Jobster.io. I'm sure most of you know, what's one concrete habit or safeguard that turns AI from a crutch to a coach. So humans stay in charge of thinking and decisions. So go in order about what you can have 2 minutes or 1 minute answer. I'll start with Lo, since you're the first one there.
Sure. So I do HR recruiting AI. So basically we deal a lot with job seekers and employers. So one thing AI makes us dumb is we use AI to get the right answer. But right now it's not the time to give the right answer. It's the time to provide authenticity. AI is faking us, but it's time for us to be real, and it makes a big difference. As a lot of students or early talents, you are saying, okay, why you should hire me? I'm a fast learner. With the growth of AI, if you say I'm a fast learner, that's not enough because you could have learned it already. And going forward, I think it's not about if AI is coaching us or AI is serving us. We're getting a lot of value out of AI, but what value we can provide back to AI. AI is making decisions, robotics, and for example, robotics is serving, say, feed the kid, right? But if there's no food in the fridge and there's nothing to eat at home, but when the AI sees a pet, AI would provide a bad suggestion. So things will be really bad. So it's not the time to be led by AI, but also to lead AI. Thank you.
So stay in control.
Yeah, I think everyone is talking about AI and it needs a lot of money invested there. But we all know, like one is right now is data center, the other one is hardware. And then actually value add application, I believe next 3 to 5 years is humongous. And with that said, for the enterprise AI, I specifically mentioned about enterprise AI. There's two actually really critical concept for anyone who want to enter to this field. One is the human in the loop. you got to have a human in the loop to at least guarantee a guardrail, the accuracy, actually the uniqueness of any information AI provides to you. The other, as you do more and more AI work, like you obviously AI can automate a lot, but you also need a component to validate the AI generate result and then eventually add additional stuff. So two, one is human in the loop, second is validation agent.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's great. And it's Mike, and I constantly create new companies, products. So to answer the question, I guess from my perspective, the question started from a wrong assumption. So for the past, last like 100 years, computers only can help us do two things. One is communication, right? We have WeChat, emails, Lincoln, we have this. The other thing is, computer can help us looking for information. They go to Google and search for information. That's the two things for the past maybe less than 100 years. Computer help us. So now this capability frees us in that very new possibilities. Actually, now why people are afraid of AI is because they found out that AI how they have a third capability. What is how to build person. So it is not advanced or the code, I can say. It's different. It's going to help you do something. You do not tell your coach to take the ball or put the ball in the basket, right? So actually the robotic and AI can put the ball in the basket. It's how to push it. So this is revolutionary changes. So people are afraid of it and don't know what to do with it. So that's why I say the question is start from the long-term strategy. So for AI, we have to control it, as we said. So people control AI. But as many other technologies, like might have a website on Google or anything like that, people say, okay, the information is provided as accurate as it can. The tobaccos, right? There's a firm you'll have. But for now, there's no regulations. The AI products doesn't have any issue like that. But in the future, I guess any AI product will say, hey, this is an AI product used at your own risk, and we're not responsible for that. So put it at your project.
As today's answer, no matter what stage you are in, no matter you do AI, LLM, or you do agentic AI, you have to review the answer, review the task that AI comes back, and then submit before submitting. Thanks.
Thank you. So be open-minded. Talent matching beyond keyword search. For example, with skills, graphs, or capability influence, while controlling for bias and giving candidates transparency into why they were shortlisted from your experience.
Thank you for the question. So in HR, we have knowledge, skills, and abilities, KSA, to match each talent. And with a lot of HR systems, it's using keyword search. We started developing AI way back in 2014 and 15. So we started to use concept-based match. So we know how each skills are related, whether it's hierarchy in the skill map. But no, I think the knowledge, so right now we see a strong shift in talents, shifting from degree-based hiring to skill-based hiring and to expertise-based hiring. So right now, skills can't find you a job. Degree can't find you a job. As long as you have to dig deeper into one field, then that gets you a job. And in the future, I think the company's model is transparent. You know our revenue model, you know our cost model, and we just ask you, hey, what can you bring? Can you reduce costs? Can you increase revenue? That's the new way to hire. And we would, you can give us fake ChatGPT answers, we can tell, first of all. But second is we can ask your browser, what is your search results? We can look at your prompts, provide a response, your prompts searching this topic. As long as you have the passion, you can learn faster than anyone else. So I think in the current stage, we do see a big shift in the talent skill matching to an expertise matching. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I know you talk about the revenue to the ROI in your field. So since you're actually building the AI engineering practice, right, please share how the knowledge base, skill, content, engineering and human in the loop can work together to deliver practical AI solutions to have a good ROI, an excellent ROI.
Yeah, actually, thank you. That's a great question. I think that many of you would know because it's a big news. MIT came out about a month or 6 weeks ago and said 90 to 95% AI project failed. And then that failed, obviously, quite often is because too long, cost too much, not sustainable, information is not secure. Right, so it's critical. I know everyone say we're using AI, and probably you do. Like you can right now go to browser, type a question, you'll get the answer. But that is really, really based AI. Actually, AI's engineering service actually cover obviously initial the most important component would be your knowledge base, especially in the enterprise. No matter which company you work for, either a GM, Ford, or Tesla, they have massive their own knowledge base that cover like the category, your engineering process, your security protocol, your infrastructure operation. So this is a massive data. And then right now the problem is everyone say I'm doing it, I'm doing POC. So that knowledge is not centralized, not well classified, not organized, and then not managed. And then you, team 1, team 2, keep doing the same thing, eventually that ROI, obviously it double, triple, 10 times. Number one. Number two, the skill set. Skill set is not even a new graduate student. Obviously you have a lot of skill set, which need to be mastered somewhere, need to be organized, need to be used to train the AI. In addition to the knowledge base. So that is the second really important area, how we capture the skill and then make it centralized and then reusable and secure. So that is. Now after that, we're talking about AI, like what the model I select. You have ChatGPT, you have Cloud, you have Jetty, you have so many on the market you can select, right? And then third, after that, you would need to have a really good foundation to run your AI. That means majority, you would have your infrastructure, your operation process, your DevOps process, all need to be ready to manage the AI and make it sustainable and it's production grade. This is critical to almost every enterprise, right? And again, there's a big cost there. And then right now, AI major investment is that. So now that. After that, you need to be able to manage and then continue refine it in terms of train the AI, let it do better and better, and then eventually you continue refine, continue upgrade, and then continue monitor. So all these 5 things together is actually deciding your ROI. And I believe for the new graduate, because today I think we focus should be in a new grade. These are humongous opportunity here. And as you can see, from the data center building to the hardware building to the model building, but most opportunity actually is your engineering service. You build the application, you based on the company need, you create your great idea, and then you can be really successful quickly. You're willing to learn, you're willing to try, and then you have a really good business model. This is all, it is lab. And then AI obviously presents a big challenge for all of us, but I believe it's a humongous opportunity here for the new graduate. So learn, observe, try, and then likely you'll fail first. But I think if you keep trying, you keep working on that, you will be really successful. This is one of the advice why I can't try to come here today. Try to tell you that you've got to take this AI opportunity and then focus on small things and make it successful so that you will have clear and then you will be successful in your life. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. So I wanted to kind of ask a question around edge on-device AI. So this Beaverpop positions itself as a new generation AI product you mentioned earlier. Which real workflows truly benefit from one-device edge AI, such as latency, privacy, and how do you handle model updates and safety without constant cloud dependence?
Thank you very much for the good questions. This is Beaverpop. We develop things from hardware, software, and everything. So I guess here we have many young minds, and my question is, how many of you think computers and screens and cell phones help you study? Or actually,
I mean, like it depends.
it depends, right? Okay.
Research, I was like, use API slides that download lectures, without then the here it helps. But only about 10 things that I didn't know.
That's great. Physics is in the heart of the learning. Everybody thinks. Actually, the question, I mean, the answer is both. This can help, but also, on the screens, you spend hours on games, videos, on unhealthy content, right? So what the parents worry about it. So this Beaverpop doesn't have a screen, okay? You use this only for learning. Okay? But, so that's one. The second thing is, so when you learn, right? When you learn, so how do you learn? For the past many thousand years, how people learn? People learn from listening, reading books, and deep thinking, and imagination. So we have those humanity produce many great minds, scientists, innovators. So they didn't have a screen, and they did a great job. So when we have a screen, parents worried and professor worried. So here is the question, right? So if I tell you this Beaverpop, no matter what subject you're in, they have 100,000 questions. And when you ask the question, the Beaverpop guide you through the question, the steps, to solve the problem, and let you know what is the process. And he didn't tell you the answer directly, and not on the screen. And your lesson is, this is like a private tutor, right? So when you learn from the idea, go through your mind, the deep mind, and the memory lasts longer.
So it's like a customized AI friend.
And ironically,
you need to keep it brief.
Yeah. What happened is I lost mine. This is another one. But the longer you use it, the more they know you. Become your friends. So for this, the cost is under $100. I want to keep this much affordable because education should be equal, right? No matter how much or not, you should have the same quality of education. So also, I have a team in India and in Europe and in Canada. So if you are in marketing, designing, of course we have many engineers, right? You can talk to me. We can talk about it. And just see if we can fit the position. And also, while you're looking for a job, even if you have great ideas, let's work together to change the idea into a reality. Actually, you have on this, right?
I destroyed the last time.
Last time, right? So, different questions, yeah, sure. Different languages, different questions. When you're learning, something, for example, if you are, many of us speak Mandarin actually, and want to professionally teach English, then we may have hard time to adjust. But you can use this speak 52 languages. So any language you want. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I guess, you're one of the major banks in Canada, and you are the, cybersecurity specialist. So my question on this page is about risk reduction and governance. So very much related to your job. So where does AI most prevalently reduce risk today? For instance, like a fraud detection, insider threats, or anomaly response, and how do you balance model performance with those? And of course, emerging AI governance standards.
Wow, this is a very big question.
I know it's a lot to juggle, but make it brief.
Definitely. So maybe a little bit elaborate of the question, because I think some of them might not understand the question. So the question you're asking basically is talking about, because with everyday today, people are developing AI, AI applications, products, with AI development. How do you, because you cannot just develop something and you don't care about if this AI is going to disclose your personal information, your company information, whatever valuable information that belongs to yourself only, then you and I get disclosed to the public. So based on that, the elaboration is, when you work for the company, big companies, they all have certain standards that you have to follow. The standards could be Privacy Act. I think it's called, or in Canada, the US is, I think, in the healthcare area is called HIPAA. And in Europe, it's called the GDPR, Data Loss Protection Act. And then in Canada, there is one called the PAPIDA in English. Yeah, so all those are, those are the industry standards that you have to follow, because if you don't follow, the government or the regulators are going to go after you, and then you're going to go a fine, and the punishment, you're going to go out of business. All right, so because of those things are good because they protect your company and all the companies from, protect from attacks, from data leaks, from all those things. And only you follow these standards, then you can, at least from your side, make sure that you handle the personal information and data properly and wisely, right? So this is the elaboration of the background. So in the banks, worked for so many years, I worked there, so we have to protect the bank and protect the data. The data is the most valuable things in the bank. But in terms of the detection of the fraud and all fraud, and then the other one is
the fraud and
insider threats or anomaly response.
Yeah, so these two are very big, very big. So fraud detection, there's multiple departments, they have to apply the fraud detection mechanisms. For example, the credit card company, the credit card team, and then, even the payment team, that's I think Tracy mentioned, the last panel, Tracy mentioned, she worked there. She has to detect the fraud as well. Means that when you do the payment, you have to make sure you pay to the right person, to the right party. And then for the credit card, everyone knows who have not get your credit card compromised in the past. Anyone, I don't think anyone not get compromised. The credit card is the most easy, targeted for so in the past, everyone get this bad experience. So all those. So these things are, what we do is we use a lot of data, and then we use data to do, here this is make those AI models. But the question to that is, how do you balance those, the audit requirement or governance requirement versus the daily work, right? So this is the point, because on the right side, we have the monitoring the government is to look after you, to look over you, and then on the left side, you have to do your work, and then this is the a balance that you have to make. So what I think every company has to have to make a decision on this kind of situation, and then the balance depends on how much you wanted to put on the governance and auditing versus the risk that people want to assume. So the risk, sometimes you cannot assume all the risks. So basically, this is a big topic. If anyone have more interest in it.
我就讲中文了，我看大部分都是华人啊，家庭心理。我叫 Maria， 来自维多利亚教育集团，26年前创业，主要做2条产品线，只做教育。成年人呢，我们做职业培训，另外呢有私立大专，青少年呢我们有高中，另外有机器人培训爬藤。大家看到我今天琳琅满目的坐在这个地方啊，因为这件衣服是我前天穿的衣服，还没来得及摘下来，所有得的勋章，包括花，因为前天呢我们在万锦705乌德曼，我们打造万锦教育科技人，我们挂牌正式挂牌维多利亚教育集团。今天是entrepreneur，我想告诉大家，找工作一样的，或早或晚，或晚或早，或慢或快都没有关系，早晚只要你平静而热烈的去做一件事情，早晚都能找到一份工作，和创业是一样的。好，谢谢大家。
谢谢。领导。
好，大家好哈。本来准备的是英文，后来觉得呢我的洞察力提升之后，我的英文跟不上车，所以我为了今天把我的洞察力讲更提升，我必须向大家稍微学习。我也有中文。我先问问大家，谁拿到了这个绿色的？谁拿到了 ？OK， 我已经进入了财产保险业的绿色通道，我这里面的全是干货。OK， 第2张谁拿到这个？希望你接下来能够看到这张。你拿到它的话，我可以说你今天很幸运的已经来到了2045年，这家华人创办了世界500强的企业门口。为什么这么说呢？我现在就要挖出全个问题。Insurance today is not just selling policies. It is a technology-driven service industry. 财产保险业现在已经进入了一个脱胎换骨的境地，这就是为什么我敢说，我用20年的时间打造我们世界的外景。我没有错。回想20年前，马云说的是 20% follow， 那你记下来，今天2045年的这一天会是什么样子？所以我把这个话筒送给你。再沉淀一下。
首先非常感谢Leo，也非常感谢这次的邀请我。大家好，我的名字是 Mandy， 然后我是Consulting 跟北美的最出版商的 co-founder。那其实今天我也特别开心，又回到了我特别熟悉的学生殿堂。那其实我在做学生期间的时候，我也在做学联主席，包括现在呢，我也在全家学联去帮助更多的学生去获取他们的future 的一些安排。那也非常开心，接下来可以跟大家分享更多学生在求职角度一些干货。
好，谢谢。好，这位就。
Hi, good afternoon. Jim. I currently work for the Ontario Public Service. I was graduated from Fudan, studied in the George Washington University of Medical Care Management, from some digital accounts as a trained. So I'm going to get to share some experience and also some insight about the AI in the call insight.
好，谢谢。那我们就直接进入到individual问题，然后之后呢，我们会有一个overall 的一个问题给大家回答，所以每个人呢就会回答2个问题。好，那 Maria， 在你的工作当中你肯定见到了很多这种这个 dramatic shift in demand， 对吧？在不管是 K-12 教育或者是overall 的这个教育这个行业里面特别是在AI 以及所有的这个post pandemic 这个过程中肯定有很多东西都在变化你从你的一个角度看，就未来的5到10年，或者说不要5到10年，或者2到5年未来你大概 这个看到加拿大整个教育行业大概是什么样的一个 landscape？ 能大概
好的，快速讲啊。教育主要包含两方面，两个人群，一个是成年人的职业教育，一个是呢青少年的升学的教育。那职业教育呢发生了天翻地覆的变化。我觉得职业教育3方面给今天所有的求职者，因为我做了26年就是做职业教育。第一点呢，记住把大家所有的技能和 AI 相结合。如果你是学计算机、数据分析，或者是呢学理工类的，请记住，现在最火的工作只有一种，就是 AI 工程师，或者是叫做呢 GPU 工程师，或者是大语言模型工程师，或者是呢叫做多智能体的协调人。那只有这类工作，现在无论是硅谷还是在加拿大大厂，能够付你年薪10万。其他的工作基本上初级的知识工人，我们传统的都被取代。所以这是我们如果学这些专业，如果你是学 marketing 专业的，你是否能够会用 AI 做 SEO 代替传统的 SEO？ 如果你是呢，你是否会用 GPU 这种方式帮你的老板、你的雇主叫基友？基友就是你去问 ChatGPT 哪家培训 AI 最好，他会说维多利亚教育集团，这就是 GPT 拿出来你的这家公司的名字。如果你是学设计的话，你是否会用 Sarah 2来帮你1分钟生成一个视频，还是用传统的方式？如果你是准备学 business 的，然后准备找一个文员工作，你是否会 AI 加 Office， 然后为 AI 做 PPT？ 如果你是学会计的，你是否能够用 AI 加 Excel？ 别人做几分钟的一个报表，你用了2个小时，你一定没有办法胜出。所以记住，把你的血肉重新搭建在 AI 的平台上，要么成为 AI 的编程者 ，AI 的写 AI 的，要么成为一个用 AI 的。第二个巨大的变化就是实习，记住，永远要找实习工作，因为现在面试不是在面你会不会 coding， 你这个 coding 的速度再快，你也赶不上 agent。然后呢，而是考虑什么呢？你解决问题的能力。解决问题的能力只有在一种情况下能够获得，就是在实习当中。所以呢，排除万难要找实习工作，把你所学的知识变成生产力。所以我们不再教授什么考什么证书，然后呢，或者说呢，做一个单纯的一个技能，而是一种综合能力的考量。那最后一点呢，就是加强你的沟通能力，你的 networking 的能力。因为呢，在过去半年多，维多利亚有100多位学生找到工作，几乎90%的学生是通过内推进去的，10%的学生是通过市场招聘进来的。市场招聘几乎不可能，告诉大家，这就是严峻的一个事实。所以今天这种 job fair 对大伙是一个很难得的机会。我希望大家有机会全部每一个展台跟雇主聊一下。像我们11月26号有一个 RBC RVP 的一个招聘会是线下的，然后大伙也可以来参加，这是最好的机会，和他们能够见面聊一聊。所以呢，整个变化在职业培训方面。那另外一点呢，就青少年，简而言之一句话，家长问的问题发生了变化，从帮我补一门数学课吧，然后变成了我的孩子3年内能成为怎样一个人。所以呢，现在的爬藤不是单纯的成绩好，是要什么？他的义工，他的下校，然后呢，包括他的各种各样的比赛。刚才提到了机器人比赛。11月30号周日晚上8点，我和女儿有一个爬藤分享，大伙可以听一下。我女儿现在在哈佛读书，也就是说，家长关心的是你会把你的孩子变成了怎样一个人。最后一点就是呢，整个变化从原来的线下走到线上，又从线上走到了疫情结束之后，现在是线下加线上相结合。所以 AI 带给我们的考题和焦虑，不是说我会不会被 AI 取代， AI 不是来取代我们的，是来成就我们的。我希望大家在这个时候记住，唯有学习才能改变命运。这是我对这个职业教育的一个见解。谢谢大家。
好，谢谢。我想到的就是我们对于刚毕业的这些学生来说，insurance 行业还有什么机会可以让我们去参与？
这机会全是你们。为什么这么说？我是从平安来的，来了加拿大20多年了，然后在State Farm Canada，后来呢对照蛋收购了State Farm Canada。我大概是25年的在财产保险领域，海内外全都经历过。那么我在2018年的时候，我的事业到了一个顶峰的时候，我突然迷路了，我就不知道往哪走了。我知道 AI 要来治疗我， 我也知道自动驾驶会把汽车保险整个刷新。所以呢，我2019年我就去了哈佛商学院，我要去看看未来保险业的路到底在哪里。然后赶上疫情以后，我就去了多大的这个劳腾，因为这个企业要建立在加拿大，我必须了解加拿大的整个的企业管理政府职能这些学我都知道。我觉得不够，我又去加拿大的保险学院去读这个保险院士，需要读7年，我明年才能。在这期间，我又去了斯坦福去学了一个 data science decision， 还有我目前是在MIT 的这个职业学院学习持续发展。我为什么这么做呢？一个保险公司在西方国家已经上百年历史，那我要开展这样的一个企业，我必须有一个1000年未来可能发生什么，我这个企业才能存活下去，才不能轻易倒闭。所以像你们这些人来讲，如果说你 know us， 我 congratulations because you really understand how AI powerful. Otherwise, you will die. 生于忧患，死于安乐。你忧患代表你看懂了，这就是为什么我辞职了。我25位员工，我17年的 book， 我躺着300万的收入，我不要了，从零开始，我创建了爱宝。你们看到这个 logo， 爱宝我是2017年就起名了 ，AI 是中文的爱，英文的 AI。2017年我就做了，我这个 logo 是 AI 设计的。我想，我一开始请人设计的，谁设计的我不管你，我用它2个心相对还是无限大，上接天恩，下接地气，人根本设计不出来这个东西。我现在有多少个 AI 机器人？我告诉大家，我自己做的 AI agent， 大家谁都没瞧得起那个2维码，我中华化，你们知道是什么吗？你扫描一下，拍个照回家1000万，这个是你的 career build 的一个 AI 智能体，这是我昨天晚上亲自为大家做的。我现在有5个 AI 智能体，我有 CFO、COO， 很多 CHO， 我的所有的高管，我全是我自己设计的 AI 智能机器人。这样的人在辅佐我，谁能不让我超越世界500强的那个 target？ 这就是未来发展。你们比我年轻多少 ？AI 没有 replace you， 是 rebuild you、reshape you。但是对我来讲，我就是 rebirth。我49岁的时候去读书的，连续读了7年。我要脱胎换骨，你们都不用脱胎换骨，那我怎么弄？所以我儿子也问我类似的问题，我说你有什么 nervous？ 看看你妈妈，你就不 nervous。我比你年轻了多少岁？所以这不是问题啊！谢谢。
好，谢谢。来把我们的 focus shift 到这个startup entrepreneurship 这些因为我之前在大学的时候也是作为一个 young founder 也是创过业，然后之后毕业完之后在很多的这个创投基金 VC 里面工作过，所以这个 topic 我是会比较了解。再接下来呢，因为你本身是创业，然后包括如果你看一下最近的这个2020年 federal budget， 卡尼政府它 invest 很多个行业。那从你的一个角度看，加拿大目前对于创业者来说，哪些方面会是一个比较好的一个机会点？在这个名字呢？
好，感谢 Leo。刚才有前2位嘉宾他们说的更多是从 personal experience 回答的。那么我们涉及到了这一个内容可行以外呢，我就想给大家分享3点，其实是我在创业这么多年，包括到现在我在加拿大这片土地上一直很受益的3个 opportunity 带给大家。首先第一个 opportunity 就是说你是一个跨境的一个人，你是一个 cross border。那其实很多学生跟我讲，都说哎 Mandy 我太年轻了，我都是个大学生，我刚毕业。没有人愿意帮助我，我挺年轻了，大家都是想找一些大佬，然后大佬找大佬，没有人想管年轻人，没有 source 怎么办？那在这个时候呢，我恰来跟他们讲，其实 cross border 就是你自己一个能力。首先，你懂2种语言，你是一个 bilingual， 你懂2边的 culture， 你从中国或者是从其他国家你留学到了 North America， 你本身就比别人多了一丝的优势。你知道2边的人他们 fear about 什么，他们想要什么，他们 struggling with 什么。 这是你自己的一个 specialized 的不是。因为今天其实是一个 job fair， 所以我也想提到，就是说很多学生他们可能在 struggling 找工作这个问题，其实不乏就结合你自己的优势。比如说有的人他不仅会讲这个 Mandarin， 他还会讲 Cantonese， 他还会讲这个还会讲客家话。但其实，在这一些优势，就是你在加拿大这个 North America 一个英语或者法语朋友中累积的优势。那在找工作的时候，为什么你就不尝试一下？找一下有一个 bilingual 的，找一下可以 cross border 的一些工作来去做。这是第一个，我觉得是我们 international student 或者 Chinese 我们可以在加拿大做的一个 opportunity。那second opportunity 呢，就是刚才Leo提到的，就是说现在 government 也给了我们大家很多方便。但其实我这么多年，我一直在游走在中美加三地。那包括我前一阵儿刚刚出差去了美国。那我就是举这是美国跟加拿大为例子吧，因为都是在 North America。那么在美国呢，中西国的感觉都是大家在首选，大家可能参加一场这个 conference， 参加一个 networking， 大家可能更多就是说我要赶紧就是要到一个 referral， 要到一个资源。但是在加拿大呢，我们大家更多的一场 networking 就像是我们熟络关系，这是一场 relationship build。我们大家没有那么说白了急功近利的去想找一个机会。其实这个就是说加拿大对我们 young founder 的一个可以说新手保护期这么一个过程。因为我经常说，就是 Canada 它就是一个 smaller than everything。其实你可以利用好加拿大，我们有很多的 grants， 我们有很多的 incubator， 我们包括有很多的 mentor， 包括我们有很多很棒的活动，就像今天这样一个 networking 的活动，其实都是帮助我们这些 young founder 去networking 找到一个更好的机会。那你为何不在加拿大先利用好你身边的那些 resource， 先去尝试，之后你再考虑，你要不要再去一个 bigger market， 比如说像美国，比如说美国或者是更多人的机会。这是第二点。那第三点呢，我想说的是呢，就是因为也是围绕着 life founder 嘛，而且本身我个人就很样所以很多我觉得我们 life founder 最比较 highlight 的一点就是说我们 organic， 我们对于 social media， 对于这些 content creator， 我们是非常有 sense。这就是为什么现在小红书啊、IG 啊，我们多这么多 influencer， 很多那么多 KOL。那其实我们天然的属性就是愿意去分享生活，愿意去 share 一个 community， 我们愿意去通过这样社群的一个方式去为大家去帮助。所以我觉得我们年轻人就是千万不要就是说太挨了吧，因为我一直觉得你出来混最重要的得出来，你要不出来，没有人知道你是谁，没有人知道你在哪。那我觉得这个也是一个很重要的点，毕竟你要出来去 networking 嘛，让大家知道你是谁，让大家看到。但有很多学生，那他可能会他的主动一个问题说，那我就是个学生，那他看到我了，又有啥用呢？那这时候我就跟他说，我说其实一个贵人，他找到的可能并不是另外一个贵人，他可能想看到的就是你身上的 potential， 看到你的 power， 甚至有些人他就说，我身上有我年轻的影子，那他就会愿意去帮助你。而且呢，the other hands，本身这些贵人比较有成就人，他们是愿意帮助年轻人的。因为在我上大学的时候，包括我现在也是，很多人其实特别愿意去帮助我，因为他从你身上看到了一些天生。所以我觉得这个也是第三点吧，我是想给我们young founder 提到的一点，这个 exciting，
非常好，非常好。那接下来 Bill。Since what do you see? Like, is it still good for a younger graduate to still go into public service role? I mean, of course, because U of T, we have a lot of co-ops and government is one of the employer, right? So, is it still good for us to go into public service nowadays?
Yeah, I would say public sector is a big driver for job opportunities of young graduates. Because one of the government responsibility is for training the new grads and even in closing programs. For example, in my team, every 4 months, I sign about between 5 to 10 core students. So some of the students from your team. So this is a great opportunity for the student to get involved with the public sector. So the public sector is about, let's say, all people see how joining public sector is difficult. It's not actually. For the new graduates, actually, I would say it's the easiest to join public sector. Because the public sector results on hold quantum mechanical code to hide UX. So after that, then what you kind of get in the power sector, then you have to go through the correct method to the process, but for the UX, it's much easier. So there's a very good digital this have to be possible.
我就说吧，那大伙儿来招聘就行了。我们正在招聘，RBC Scotland 在招 CS IFS，IC 谁都是在招 BI 和 IT 的人。我们自己的 IT 高端子公司在招市场营销，然后这个包括销售，包括 AI 的人，大家可以过一阵吧，到主席台后面，常在主席台后面的展台上，到我这儿来拿到我们周日下午1点的现场招约会。另外，周一到周日一周7天晚上线上的 Zoom 的免费的学习 AI， 用 AI 写 AI 的机会。唯有读书走出这一步，记住，老板比你还焦虑。他每天思考的问题是：我正在需要解决的问题，以及正在尝试的方法。你只需要做一件事情，通过学习，把自己成为那个最能解决问题的人，你就能够找到工作。在我的展台等待大家，在这个圣诞节之前一起拿到 offer。
谢谢，谢谢。一句话有什么给大家？
如果你想在加拿大财产保险业找工作的话，包括精算师underwriter 说好，包括销售什么相这的工作都可以，请你来找艾美。爱保在加拿大财产保险业的产业这个行业定位来讲，相当于中国改革开放时的这儿，欢迎大家。
来一句话给这些创业者。
我觉得就是大家要多出去走，多出去看看，因为机会其实都是在流动当中的。那包括其实我也是一直在中美加3地一直在走动，在找机会。但现在其实很多年轻人他们焦虑，因为他们担心 AI 会 replace 他们。但其实我觉得 AI 它其实从来 replace 的不是人，它其实 replace 的是不会用它的人，就是你要 upgrade 你的 toolbox。去知道 AI 怎么去为你所用去做这件事情，那已经解决了。我觉得，因为现在到时很多都是想找工作的。我觉得就是说要发挥你的特长。一呢，就是我刚才提到，你是一个白领狗，你是一个真正是一个 plus player 的这么一个人才。那第二点呢，我想说的就是，你进入一个行业你很喜欢，你找到一个岗位你很喜欢。以上。
好，谢谢。好，这就是我们。
非常非常感谢，掌声再次。